Genève.
Yes, I tend to walk around Geneva whenever I need to pick up a car for a review. The truth is, cold winters like these are not favorable for my personal car, and walking isn't bad once in a while. But before we get to the car, there was something I had to do. Today, I wanted to answer an important question many have written to me. Is Urus worth the buy in 2021? And without further ado, I called my best friend from Geneva and asked if I can borrow his car for a day.
Hi Misha.
Hello, Mr. Alesi.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, you too.
And welcome back to Geneva, my hometown. Today I give you my car.
Wow.
It's a Lamborghini URUS. A lot of power.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Traction control on, please.
I will try my best.
Do not exaggerate. You can go to the mountain, you can play traction control on.
Yes, first stop mountains.
Okay.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Let's get straight to the Urus's biggest flaw.
There's no car that's perfect, and neither is the Urus. Unfortunately, I found one problem with it, and it's the price.
Now, that's out of the way, let me explain what you get for your money. First of all, you get a Lamborghini. Obvious, right? Second, you get an exquisite interior with finest leather and comfortable individual seats that massage you better than any South Asian massager. Then, most importantly for the millennial client who will buy this car, there are a multitude of digital gizmos like my favorite Apple CarPlay, massive screen, also my favorite Danish speaker system that pops up at the start, and carefully designed and positioned buttons that actually work. Finally, you get an Audi beefed up engine. With 641 horsepower and 850 Newton meters of torque, this 4-liter V8 twin-turbo does have a voice of its own. 3 years into the making now, the Urus has had an exciting birth when the concept was first presented at the Beijing 2012 Motor Show. Everyone was positively confused on how the final product will turn out. Will it have a V12 or a V10? Will it accommodate the spirit of the previous Lamborghini cars, or will it be just another concept like the beautiful Stoke that was sadly never made? Today, This 2.2 tons of automotive weight has been engineered to thrust forwards at 3.6 seconds to 100, and as seen on the internet, it can go even faster. With a top speed of 305 km an hour, you will be cruising comfortably alongside many supercars on the Autobahn. However, despite the great performance and hype this car brought along, it does part minds with some people regarding the whole VW Audi Germano-Italiano side of the story.
And I have a problem with people saying that. I have a problem with people saying that the Urus is a bit like the Audi. It's been built on the base of a Volkswagen that has been used in the Cayenne, that has been used in the Touareg, then they released the RSQ8 and everybody's like, oh, it's the same car, just overpriced. I disagree with all those people so much. The only person, in my opinion, that can judge the Urus is the person that has driven it. Because judging a car on paper, you can do it for some cars and you can pretty much understand what the car means of just, watching some videos and looking at paper. But not this one. The emotion that the car gives you while being that of a size is insane. For example, currently we're driving in Strada mode. I'm gonna flip the Anima switch to Corsa. Right? We're gonna skip the sport, we're gonna go straight into Corsa. And friends, open your ears right now. It's just insane how a car can go from a normal driving mode where it's just all comfortable and quiet to a supercar. And not only just a supercar where it goes fast in a straight line, it becomes a supercar which can turn. The handling is just insane. The steering wheel precision is so direct that, sometimes I'm driving and you relax a little bit and you touch the steering wheel and normally nothing would happen. With this car on the motorway, you touch the steering wheel a little bit and the whole car just shifts a lane, for example. The brakes are the biggest production car brakes ever installed on a car on the road. Massive. Literally, they're forced to use a huge rim of a size 22 just to be able to fit the carbon front brakes inside. They are just humongous and they're carbon ceramics. So as soon as the brakes warm up, man, you can do whatever the heck you want.
This takes me to my next point. If this SUV is a supercar analog but with a better ride height, why not take it on the track? Something to think about for the summer. And anyhow, the beauty of this Lamborghini is that once you're done fussing about with the fun modes, you just pop it back into Strada and all is back to peace and quiet. It becomes a quiet little cattle, in which you can pick up your children from school with. That's it really. You pay for the new generation Lamborghini experience, and with it comes the following.
The amount of attention that this car attracts is pretty spectacular for an SUV. Normally, if you would be driving, let's say, a Porsche Cayenne, the most expensive one, the GTS or the Turbo S or whatever, with the top spec and everything, you would be driving in the street, nobody would be looking at you, nobody, because people don't really care about an SUV. Whereas here, anywhere you go, people of every single age just start taking pictures of the car. I've been just passing by a bus station in the middle of nowhere and there was a little grandma with her skis and she pulled her little phone out and she was filming the car.
Now, before I get all the local elderlies in love with me and my Urus, I had to find out if the off-road capabilities were on point.
I have found an obstacle. So I have already activated my Neve mode, which lifted the car. I have put the gearbox into the second gear already, so I don't have too much wheel spin. And I'm gonna start tackling the obstacle. Let's do this. Oh, and I'm stuck. Okay.
Clearly, it was the fault of the snow. And that meant it was time to head back to Geneva. But I wanted to summarize my day with the Urus. Yes, it's expensive. But no, it's not a lousy big SUV. It's more. It can put a smile on your face, on the faces of people walking by. It can drive fast without you crashing at every corner. It can cruise you around town, trips, or just stand still. and B, just fabulous.
Looks brand new. I love the look. It's just so sexy. There's no other SUV that just looks as good. The rear lights, the front lights, the huge rims, just all of that makes a package made by Lamborghini, made in Bologna, driven here by me in Switzerland, which I think is the perfect place to drive this car. Just look at those roads, look at that scenery. Oh.
To conclude this review on whether or not you should buy a Lamborghini URUS in 2021, the answer is yes, you totally should.
I really would like to ask all of you guys who are watching this video, please, and I don't ask a lot, please subscribe to the channel. Really help us grow this channel, help us continue doing the content we love doing. Please help us keep on doing those cinematics, small movies, all of that stuff that you don't really see on YouTube. Click a subscribe, click a like, leave a comment, let's have a conversation.
But when it comes to her